Sufjan Stevens, Javelin. This album was quite good. I reacted to this thing. How long ago was this? Hold on. Allow me to search my YouTube. This was November, early November when I did this. Apologies for the late follow-up, but you know how I do. Yeah, this is this my favorite Sufjan album? No. It's still Seven Swans. Is it as good as Illinois? No. Just by sheer amount of quality. Is it better than Carrie and Lowell? I would say so. I never got super into Carrie and Lowell, actually. I know a lot of people really are familiar with that track listing, but I soaked in like Should Have Known Better and Death with Dignity a lot more than some of the other tracks on the album. Basically all the singles I was really familiar with, but all of the smaller tracks I never like soaked in as much, but I know people really like Carrie and Lowell. Anyway, this is Javelin, latest from Sufjan. It is a magnificent set of songs that I think showcase a like I said this with The Cure, with Disintegration. It was a fantastic marriage of their depressive, slow, explorative, gothic post-punk that they were doing early on, mixed with the more peppy, I guess you would say, poppier stuff that they were exploring later. And then with Disintegration, like those two things came together fantastically. Granted, it isn't quite poppy, but there's definitely some sensibilities like that in there. Either way, all that to say, I feel like Javelin is a fantastic example of Sufjan being able to finally marry his softer folk side with his more anxious, like indie tronica, folktronica thing. And I feel like he tried that on The Ascension. He tried that on Age of Odds. And it never worked as well as it does here. So let's go ahead and go track by track on this thing. As you can see, 4.5 out of 5. I think this album is quite nice. Goodbye Evergreen. Fantastic intro to this set of songs, opening on something sparse, but then climaxing into a spiral of that, you know, like I said, Age of Odds, Ascension, folktronica chaos. However, this is obviously a superior mix of the ambient folk and like that wall of sound folktronica that Ascension attempted to little success. Great intense opener to begin the reflection on what has passed. Just nice solid opener. Soft, but then intense, and then soft again. So a running start. Sounds like a ukulele. What is this? I love how the timbre of like this guitar alternative instrument, the choices that he makes really impact the tone of this album. It's like Carrie and Lowell was cold. This album is warm. It's kind of the feeling that I get from it. Will Anybody Ever Love Me? I believe that this is a superior track to So You Are Tired. More great timbre on the finger-picked instrument, much like There's a World at the end of the album. Some of these riffs lack a third in the chord makeup, and it gives it a nice open yet piercing quality. Some of you might know what I'm saying there. Catchy, devastating choruses, just a really deft track, really nice. Everything That Rises is not a bad track, but I think the swaying pace of it kind of causes it to lean back in the track listing for me. But it has a really nice airy quality to it, though. Everything Rises. Genuflecting Ghost, something very eloquent about the melody on this one. It's very intimate and soft. The instrumentation might occasionally clash with the tone a bit, but overall a really very nice track. My Red Little Fox, speaking of lack of thirds in an arrangement, a lot of open repeated piano tones here. Very open but tense, you know. One of my favorites on the album for sure, just a devastating atmosphere on this. Very yearning. So You Are Tired. I don't see why people are so infatuated with this track. It's overshadowed by so much else on this album, save for maybe its lyrics. I don't know. Tell me what you think. Javelin, To Have and To Hold. I really like the kind of like demo-like quality to this. It feels like stream of consciousness, and I have a soft spot for tracks like that. Shit Talk, the magnificent climax of the album. Great guitar work in the opener, just that fascinating composition. The I Don't Want to Fight at All crescendo is transcendent and cathartic. Lovely stuff, and that string outro is like heart-wrenching in its simplicity. Definitely the pinnacle of the album. Then it comes down into There's a World, which is a small epilogue that I think gets overlooked. Beautiful finger-picked line here, and I think this is an improvement over the original Young version for sure. Really nice outro. So yeah, Javelin, well realized, well produced. Shows that Sufjan has not lost his edge at all, and he's a fantastic songwriter, composer, musician, artist. It's just all there, still all there in spades, and I'm always eager to see what he's going to do next. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you all so much for watching. Until next time, Godspeed.